Light Camera Action, welcome to Movie Makers, a podcast from Reckless Meatloaf. Hey, I'm Brandon Horvath, along with Brandon Falinger and Ryan Stokely. Hey guys.
Hey.
I want my director's chair. Where's my director's chair?
I
demand it. And the big megaphone mouthpiece so that I can yell at people.
We don't have enough money to afford one?
Well, then why am I even here?
Good point. Should I abort you from the call?
Abort.
We gotta get that typewriter ready. Monkeys are good to go, I think.
Monkey noise, monkey noises. So Ryan was just telling me about Tommy Wiseau making a new movie about sharks.
Did he steal our ideas?
Big shark.
And it looks gloriously bad.
The question is he trying to nail another The Room, feeling or not?
It already looks like it.
I'm not too sure if it's intentional or not, because I heard James Wynn, who made Birdemic, he tried to make Birdemic 2, and it wasn't as good because all or most of the stuff was forced in. Granted, there was some writing that was still pretty what the fucky. Kind of like, one of the characters for the first one, who they adopted, his sister died from undercooked meat from the first movie, and we're like, wait, what?
Makes sense.
Man, I haven't seen that in a while. I should see Birdemic 1 again. Oh man, but today's words are difficult. But, granted, maybe you guys can shuffle something together with me and we can make a really good movie plot. The words are temple, wonder, orbit, paragraph, anniversary, bizarre, pie, turkey, lock, calculate, and I'm sending them to you.
How many
words?
Bizarre
I'm not bizarre. I'm so disappointed Adventure isn't in here.
10 as usual.
Where's Adventure? Can we have?
I thought we rolled.
Can we have an 11th word called Adventure?
Oh, we roll. Yeah.
Yeah, we roll for how many words we use in the title.
Yeah, I just want Adventure in there so badly, so we can have a bizarre adventure.
Oh yes.
So bad. All right, let me see here. Uh-oh. Do you think we can manage it with 2?
Bizarre temple?
I'm trying to think. Bizarre temple wouldn't... I don't think that's good enough.
And you said we could add words, and I know that maybe if we, shuffle them around, the temple of the bizarre, and make it
No, not even that. I don't think so. It's a little too much, I think.
Okay, and not even, a 1940s,
That's...
What's his name, from House on Haunted Hill?
I wouldn't know.
Vincent Price?
Vincent Price.
I don't know, the name sounds like a carnival sideshow attraction.
Yeah, it does. It also sounds like Brandon said, like a 1940s or 50s black and white movie.
I was thinking more like Turkey Anniversary. And it's like some Thanksgiving movie.
Not enough Thanksgiving movies.
Exactly, see? So we can hit a market here. Nobody's got this nailed down. We need Thanksgiving movies. The Turkey Anniversary.
See if there are any Thanksgiving movies.
There was one animated special, I think, called The First Thanksgiving I used to watch on Cartoon Network when I was really young in the 90s.
I know there was... No, that was Chicken Run. that was just like general chickens raising, not like chicken for Thanksgiving.
We're talking
Yeah,
turkey
this
for
one,
Thanksgiving.
free birds.
If it was turkey run, maybe.
I know,
This
I
one-
know, but I don't know if England eats. Well, they don't have Thanksgiving in
Oh yeah,
That's
thank-
right.
Thanksgiving is literally just an American holiday.
and Canadian.
Yeah,
For
I
different
guess Canadians
reasons, I think.
considered that. Well, they are the 51st state.
But I know like Canadian Thanksgiving is in October. I'm pretty sure Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving in October.
Look, we have a
Yeah.
market here for America and Canada. All right, we can do this.
Also-
The other odd thing I was thinking of was like, what about? Oh man, we'd be going into sci-fi with this, but what about like
Wonder Pie.
Yes, dude.
the sequel to American Pie 3?
Don't they have like 8 American Pie movies at this?
I don't. Well, I mean, it's like it's not called American Pie. There's like spin-off movies like American Wedding or whatever.
No, but wasn't American Wedding like the true American Pie 4? And then they had like American Reunion, which was like American Pie 5.
Yeah, like I said, they stopped doing numerical names. Is my point.
And I know they had like a bunch of spin-offs with Eugene Levy.
Yeah. Like the Naked Mile.
I think.
Was one of those offshoots of it.
It's like,
So-
oh, it's that one guy's brother, and then somebody's sister, and then oh, they're naked somehow.
So here-
then Eugene Levy comes along.
Here's what I'm sorry. I'm breaking in here with like
That's
thoughts,
fine.
so I don't lose them. But like, do we want to make an alien kind of movie?
Yeah, how about Wonder Pie and then Orbit Lock.
Orbit Lock. I was leaning more toward Temple Orbit,
Temple Orbit. Yeah, that works
Okay.
too.
where it's like rather than it being on a space station somewhere, it's like on this orbiting temple around a planet. Like nobody knows how it got there, but it's like a temple from the planet's surface just orbiting there. Like for all they know, maybe like a meteor or something hit the planet, and the temple ended up being like within that area that got launched into space. Or maybe it was built up there like that from an asteroid that was circling the planet. I don't know.
Will it be horror sci-fi? Because
That's why I said it would be like Alien.
oh, like Alien. I thought you said with aliens.
No. It would be like Alien.
Okay.
So it would totally be the horror sci-fi setup.
Okay.
The thing is, how do we figure out the monster, right? Like, what does the monster do, or the alien in this case?
Well, I think it would be very bizarre and calculate a plan against locking the humans inside.
What about
Mhm.
airlocking the humans inside? I know what you're doing here. I'm just trying to make it make more sense with space. But yeah, like we could have it set up kind of like Indiana Jones, where like they're triggering traps that are in the temple.
Ooh.
Like they've all got spacesuits on, they're triggering shit, and they've got to like make their way out of there. There's no freaking atmosphere around this thing. It's orbiting a planet.
But will there be atmosphere inside of it?
I would say no, because where would it be produced from?
Well, this is possible future past technology from aliens.
It could be. There's the argument that it could have its own thing, but it would have to have been built in space. Then it can't have been launched by an asteroid impact.
We are going back to the asteroid thing, and not that it was built in space.
Well, no, I said like if we make it so that there was something that's generating an atmosphere around it, it would have to have been built in space,
Okay.
or at least have had the intention to be there.
So, do we have the intention to be there, or
Do we want it that way? Because we can. The other problem then would be like, what kind of atmosphere is it? Is it breathable for humans, or are they stuck in the spacesuits?
Good point. Good point.
Um, like there could be an atmosphere that's there for whatever alien exists inside the temple, but definitely not. Like it might not be workable for the humans to breathe in it. The other thing is, do we make it a mummy alien?
Mummy alien.
Yeah, it's all wrapped in fucking gauze and shit.
Like an ancient alien.
Of course, we have to have the meme show up somewhere. It was aliens. One of the characters has to be the ancient alien guy. I swear, it needs to happen.
I was
He needs
just
to be
about
one
to
of them.
say that. I was
He needs to be one of the
just
astronauts.
about to say that.
He's the expert or something.
It's aliens.
But yeah, like it would be interesting. Like they discover it orbiting around a planet. I don't know which one offhand. Maybe if we want to make it crazy, we say Pluto. Or this one would be interesting. What if it was orbiting around like Mars, or not Mars? We've explored Mars enough. Either Venus or Mercury would be interesting, especially Mercury because of how hot and cold that gets on either side. So even if there was an atmosphere there that was being generated, it would be like you'd still need the spacesuits to try and like deal with the rapid heat and like freezing temperatures, like as it orbits around the planet.
So will this be in modern-esque times, or will this be pretty far in the future?
I mean, space travel's not that far away. I'd probably put it maybe 100 years in the future.
Okay.
Because even now we're getting to the point where it's like we could build a colony on the moon if we wanted to.
That would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, we are getting to that point. Yeah, where we could do that. Like if we're not already there yet, and people are just like, I don't know about investing in this.
Well, Elon Musk has money.
He has money, but he doesn't have enough money. Is the thing.
Oh.
Like to invest in a full-blown colony on the moon and like terraforming it so that we can live there. Yeah, one man's not going to have enough money. You need a government backing behind him.
All the governments come together so we can colonize the moon.
Doesn't seem like that's going to happen anytime soon.
And then the mummy alien takes over.
The mummy alien takes over. Like, God, I'm trying to think now. It could be, right, that, like, no, you know what? This would be interesting. How about this is what goes down? The temple's up there. Like, for whatever reason, the planet could not survive or something, or wasn't survivable for that race. Like, if it's Mercury, let's just say, right? They, let's just say that Mercury got tossed in here rather than being formed. Like, it was a stray planet that was flying around and it got nabbed in our solar system, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, even more interesting, if it was... well, yeah, it would still work. That would still work. If it was one that was, like, in the asteroid belt, like an asteroid there, that was caught. It's still orbiting the sun, so the title would still work. But, yeah, my point would be, like, if the aliens, right, could not survive on their planet and realized that their planet wasn't going to be survivable within a few years, like, I don't know, rapid greenhouse gases and bullshit like that, right? What if they made the temple to be like a cryostasis thing to save like some of their species to eventually wake up at some other point?
Or maybe one of the asteroids or group of asteroids that the temple is orbiting around was once a lost planet in our solar system.
It could be something happened to their planet, right? and they knew it. Like an asteroid was going to impact them, and all of the shards that are in the asteroid belt are part of what that planet used to be.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Or if we want to make it even not crazier, because the Kuiper Belt is technically more unknown than the asteroid belt, because the Kuiper Belt's out past Pluto, but it's also a big set of asteroids
Okay.
there. But yeah, that would be even better. Make it out in the Kuiper Belt. Make it like a good chunk, if probably not all, but a good chunk of what's out there in that belt is from a planet that was destroyed. And one of the things that's out there is that temple. That was like built as a safe haven for the species to like escape before the impact.
Okay.
And maybe they were trying to get to Earth and they didn't make it in time, because Earth would have been a more livable planet at that point. But when it happened, they probably, like, maybe they didn't account for something. Something happened. Doesn't really matter. We don't really need to know. All we know is that it didn't make it to its destination and it's stuck with the shards of its planet. But when the people get out there to it, obviously they probably discovered it on Earth. They had to send like archaeologists or whatever along with the astronauts to be able to like decipher what's going on. One of them probably wears an Indiana Jones hat underneath, inside of his helmet, just for the references.
Why not outside of the helmet?
Cool, because it's not going to stay on. Like, you'd have to super glue it.
What about like a chin strap?
I mean, I guess.
Eric, do you have to wear that thing? Yes, I do, because I am an archaeologist.
Literally, they ask him, why the fuck are you wearing that? Like, wouldn't you if you had the choice? Yeah, yes I would. And then the other guy, like, that's there, like maybe knows him a little better, is like, look, the dude really likes Indiana Jones. Fine. They, like, start going into the tomb, they start looking into the thing, obviously at one point they hit something by accident that they don't realize is a switch that releases them. Releases the, like, mummy aliens or the cryostasis aliens. And, after years in cryostasis, you're fucking hungry. You're going to eat just about anything you see. So, time to start munching.
So what would these mummy alien monsters look like?
That's a very good question. What would make it really interesting is if they don't eat physical things, they eat, I don't want to say a soul, but maybe something along those lines, right? Like, maybe they feed off of, like, the psyche of others.
Oh.
Like, they're mental vampires. Almost.
So they won't necessarily kill the people, they'll make them more brain dead?
Yes and no. I'm trying to think how this would work. I wouldn't say brain dead, because obviously if they did that, they wouldn't have anything to eat from. Like, their entire planet would have, like, literally lost all of its food for them. Whatever it would be would have to be recoverable from.
Eating memories, maybe?
I like that. Eating memories. That would be a good one. And yeah, if they're eating memories, anything that would have wandered into their, like, area to be, food would just do it again because they forgot. I like that idea. Oh, that works even better because we could, like, take ideas from fucking Doctor Who, because there's a species in there called the Silence that the minute you look away from them, you forget they exist.
Wow.
And the way that they ended up, like, trying to deal with that is, like, putting markings on their arms, like tally marks, to be like, have I seen something like this or this here? Leaving messages for themselves, like, so that they can kind of remember yet kind of not. Like, while they're still conscious and know it exists, they write messages to themselves and they forget writing those messages and what they mean. I like that. I like the idea of them eating the memories. Like, for the Silence, it's just an innate thing. They don't eat them. You just can't remember them. But for this thing, oh man. actively eating the memories is just really interesting. That's what sustains them. Now, obviously, since these things have just been freshly awoken and are starving, they might not have the control they normally would. So there might be a few that are just completely gone, like full on amnesiac. You have nothing.
Okay.
You just wake up. What am I wearing? One person might even just take off their helmet, not realizing what it is, and just die from that.
Oh.
Like if the atmosphere is poison that is being generated there, they would just die from that. And if there's no atmosphere, their head explodes.
And I just look up the silence. Oh, they look creepy.
You like how they wear suits?
Yes. Yeah, they look very creepy.
Yeah, in Doctor Who, they've kind of been like manipulating
Yeah.
things from the background, like in all of human society.
Huh.
But no, yeah, definitely eating memories would be a cool way to do this. It's less full on gore, more like, shit, I'm forgetting who the fuck I am.
Which may be creepier.
Yes, it would definitely give a much more creepy feeling. Also, how do we want them to look? Because we've moved from like what their threat is, we moved on to what their threat is. Because right now, I'm thinking like kind of ethereal, kind of like ghostly almost.
I was kind of thinking.
Maybe kind of jellyfishy.
I was thinking maybe somewhat insectoid, that they could like stick a long mosquito-like nose into the person's head to drain them of memories.
You see, I was thinking they did it like psychically.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking that they had to physically touch them. They just had to be within a certain vicinity in order to see them and psychically lock on. Yeah, because that like you're if you make it insectoid and make them have like a mosquito nose, I feel like you're jumping more from that mental kind of horror into physical horror.
Okay.
Also, I feel like Alien from the movie, like the xenomorphs are kind of insectoid to begin with.
Maybe? I wouldn't say more.
Maybe a cross
Yeah,
between
maybe
insect and
insectoid?
reptile. Maybe a cross between
Yeah.
insect and reptile.
Yeah, I was leaning more towards reptile-y.
I would say maybe a fusion of those two. I like how Orion's just here and he's like, I don't know what's going on.
I'm just like, dude.
So,
You alright?
Ryan, what
You alright over
would you
there?
add?
Probably space monkeys.
Oh hey, look,
Also-
alright? That's the pet they bring along with them, a space monkey.
Maybe, like, when Earth, like, aliens will come after Earth shoots a monkey up in space, and the aliens capture the monkey and brings it back to Earth. But now the monkey can, like, talk and stuff.
Hyper intelligent.
Yes. And then that's how Planet of the Apes happens.
I mean, I think we should save that for another movie, but that's a good idea.
Will the people need to see the...
Monkey?
No, I don't think we came up a name for the race yet.
We haven't, no.
So, will the humans need to see the aliens in order for the alien to steal their memories? Or...
I think for the alien, it's just a matter of the alien seeing them.
Oh.
If the alien just like creeping through a vent and looks down at a human, so long as they're within like I would say a certain range, they can start sucking them dry of memories.
Oh. Ooh. Rather than psychically, I how is the idea of them inhaling the memories? I mean, kind of like...
Like a
breathing.
conehead eats a Subway?
I have not seen that, and I will probably do it afterwards because I vaguely remember liking the Coneheads.
I think I recently watched it like 3 years ago. It was on TV like at 5 in the morning for some reason.
I kind of mean a little not quite Kirby-esque, but like they breathe in the memory, and then the audience will hear a vague remnant of that memory as it gets quieter and quieter, and then I don't know how to display them consuming memories.
Hold on, I've got an idea. Let me see if I can find it. I've got an idea of how you can do this. Let me see here. Here we go. All right, so this is what I'm thinking would happen. So I don't know if you guys have, probably Orion has. I don't know about you, Brandon, but I was thinking kind of the effect that you get with Skyrim when a dragon soul is absorbed.
Oh yeah.
Here's like a YouTube video of it. Obviously, ignore the dragon like literally burning to death in front of you, but like the ethereal kind of like wind that comes at the character is the idea that I'm thinking of. And like, obviously humans probably wouldn't see it, but the alien would. Like if we get alien vision for a bit, we can see it getting the, memories absorbed. And obviously, while that's happening, I like the idea of like getting a small echo of like the memory that's being absorbed.
Oh, okay. I was kind of thinking something like this, but less light as it gets absorbed, and more like this grayish ethereal cloud.
Oh, we could totally do that too. I'm down with that.
Maybe like grayish blue? I have no idea what color.
Yeah, like look, color can change. We can totally mess with color if we would want. It doesn't matter. But like effect is what matters.
This could be a sequel to Inside Out, where all the colored memories are there.
God.
So for happy memories.
Wait, what was the girl's name in Inside Out? Rachel, wasn't it?
Riley.
Riley, that was it.
Oh my god, we just made a countdown reference.
Yeah, well, she's the lead person that's in there, and we just see like anger getting absorbed out of her.
Oh my god.
So upset. Like, why me? Why couldn't it be Joy? God, fucking there.
Oh, Lewis Black.
But no, yeah, like we've gotten the threat now of like people just forgetting who they are constantly, and these things just feeding off their memories. I still like the idea of like an ethereal kind of jellyfishy character for like the aliens race to be like. I don't know if you have any other ideas aside from like that insect idea that I'm not a big fan of.
Boom.
So here's the thing: does anyone escape? Because I mean, all they have to do is absorb the memories that the pilot has of escape, of like how to drive the shuttle, and at that point, everybody else has to like wing it. Maybe if they survive long enough to get out.
Do the aliens know what memories they're erasing?
I would think so. Like they probably don't store them, but they probably get the flashes of them.
No. I mean, like, do they know, as in, like, oh, this is a human pilot, like, without memories of him knowing how to pilot, these humans won't be able to escape?
I think they would be advanced enough, though in this state, just after waking up and being starving, I don't know if they would be rational enough at that point to recognize it.
They could pick
obviously, I don't even know if at this point they would even pick and choose, if they'd be rational enough to pick and choose what memories they want to take.
Okay.
Normally, if they were in their prime, I would say yes, they can. But in their current state, I don't think they could.
Oh, Gaston, I would like a lovely, delicious 8th grade memory. In an embarrassing moment about school dance. Oh, I have the perfect memory for you, Feliber. Thank you, Gaston.
It's jarred. Like they probably made machines to like jar memories so they can just enjoy one at some point. Oh man. Obviously they couldn't eat from one another would be my thought. Like they'd have to be immune to their own ability. What else would there be? Yeah, like do we want someone to escape and make it back or no?
Yes, but they have no memory of what happened, because maybe by the end their king or like the most powerful one will attack the survivor as he or she is escaping in the end, and they're like, I have no idea what we're doing out here. And then they'll
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
and then like the government will say, like, Jackson, are you there? And then they'll have just enough memory of them going to do something. Like, you've been gone for a month, time to come home.
Mhm.
I like the idea of him, like, how do I want to put it? Him being kind of mad by the end because he can't remember things the way he should. For him, it'd be like there's gaps in his memory that he doesn't understand why they're missing. Like, just random points. And when it comes to, like, the mission itself, he has next to nothing. All he would really remember is, like, someone just dying. Like, maybe one of the crew members he remembers dying, and that's it. He doesn't know what happens to the rest. Maybe they died too. All he knows is that he saw someone just die at one point. Like, maybe it's the character that forgot he needs to wear a spacesuit and died by just taking it off.
Ooh, maybe have another crew member or two perpetually wandering the halls of there.
Yeah, they're just like a constant food source at that point. Here's the thing too: do we want any of the aliens to, like, slip in, or to, like, have a child alien slip in and make its way back to Earth? I would say no, actually, because if they're absorbing memories, if any of them is able to, like, use those, and no, that would be too overpowered. I think the best way to go about it would be, like, they can remember the things that they absorb only as, like, a brief flash of, like, a commercial or something. That's what it is for them, as far as, like, remembering it, or like the taste that we get when we eat something. For them, it's the same kind of thing, but for a memory of somebody else.
So romantic memories may have a sweet flavor.
Yes, totally. So, like, if any of them were, like, conscious enough to understand what they were eating at that point, or rational enough, mixing up that word. If any of them were rational enough to, like, realize what they were eating, they might realize, oh shit, we should get on that thing and go to Earth. There's lots of food there, and it's a livable planet, maybe.
How many of these alien mummy creatures are there?
Also a good point. If this were a advanced society, it would probably have been the upper echelon, I would say, that would have gotten away. However, at this point, with them being released and being just, like, crazed with hunger, I don't think it would really matter.
You said upper echelon. Maybe there's another room. How about this? They discover 2 rooms, one filled with these creatures, and a smaller room with, like, 5 or 6 capsules in that are open.
I mean, there is the off chance that it's opened and there's, like, maybe, ones that got out earlier that died because there wasn't any memories to eat.
Oh, I do like that. That some of them are open, and then you find, like, a dead alien or 2, but
Yeah.
some of the upper echelon or woken aliens may be still alive. And those are, like, the hungriest ones that are, like, consuming memories.
Well, my idea was they're the ones that the archaeologists, like, accidentally released themselves.
Oh.
My other thought was, like, the capsules failed at some point, and that those are the ones that got out way too early and are now, like, starving to death. And the corpses that you find there are the ones where the capsules failed.
Oh, okay.
And they got out and they're like, I'm real hungry, but there's nothing to eat, and I can't go outside because I'll die. It's space.
Okay.
So they literally starved to death.
Will this have artificial gravity, or will there be floating everywhere?
Here's the other part, right? I would say no to artificial gravity, or if there is, it's not much. And that's just down to the fact that, like, even for us right now, we can't do that unless it's spinning. Like, unless you make a wheel, spaceship or something, and you make it spin, you can't have gravity. It's the centrifugal force that's giving you that artificial gravity.
Okay.
And the temple, it would have to depend on how massive it is if it has its own gravity to begin with.
Why do the aliens need it if they're more ethereal?
Yeah, if they're more ethereal, like, yeah, if their planet doesn't have like their original, they would probably, if they would make one, want a planet that's, or want a temple in this case that's got similar gravity to their own planet. And if they're ethereal, I would assume that either they're super lightweight or their planet didn't have much gravity to begin with. Like, for all we know, the planet they had was like not super dense at all. But yeah, we can like sit here and come up with more ideas as to how they go around the temple and trigger shit. But I mean, we kind of got the idea down
with segways.
With segways. Space segways.
Yes.
They don't have wheels. They're like hoverboards. But
yeah.
segways.
All chrome.
They don't have jetpacks anymore in space. It's just these segways.
Well, I guess the lights are coming on in the theater.
Wait, yeah.
Credits are rolling.
I'm just curious because we do technically set ourselves up for the sequel in this. Of like, either more people going out to explore why the one person that made it back is just a raving lunatic, or if someone manages to slip on.
Oh, a sequel is there if
the possibility. We definitely have the possibility of a sequel if we would ever want to come back to it.
Yes. Yeah, so if we ever get the words Temple and Orbit in again, we might go, hey!
Temple Orbit 2! Okay.
Temple Orbit 2. Orbit harder.
Orbit stronger.
Oh, man. And with that yawn from Orion, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not referencing the audience's feelings right now.
No.
Hopefully they're scared and shitting their pants at the idea of losing their memories.
That would be quite disturbing.
It would be horrifying.
Alright, I guess join us next time, whenever that is, and we'll make movies again. Later.
See ya.
See ya.